Hi, this is week 2 of PAD 401. I hope you're having no problem in navigating Blackboard and finding all the necessary material. I know I've had one issue with the video, but that may simply be an internet connection, so hopefully that gets resolved. But in these weekly chats, which I hope to have, I plan to put information that is outside the book and just kind of give you a little bit more background about some of the things you'll be studying or looking at in the chapters we talk about each week. So this week we're looking at chapters 2 and 3. And I want to just talk about chapter 2 talks about the changing work environment, and I wanted to talk just briefly about the changing demographics in our society today. If you look at statistics, and your discussion question this week revolves around demographics, approximately 1 in 3 U.S. resident is a minority. And you think about some of the things that are happening with our culture, with our minorities, our groups of people. We look at some of the social and cultural changes with the demographics changing. I can quote you that Hispanics, who can be of any race, are now the largest minority in the United States at approximately 44.3 million, or 15% of the nation's population. As of 2006, so these statistics are a little dated, the Black or African American population, including those of more than one race, surpassed 40.2 million. The Asian population was 19.9, American Indian and Alaskan Native 4.5, and Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islanders at 1 million. So you can see we have quite a diverse society, and can see how it is rapidly changing. And when you think about some of the changes, think about the social and cultural changes. We now have, more one-parent households where the parent, or single parent household, where that person is the sole breadwinner and helping to raise children, plus working and maybe going to school. So there's an issue there. We look at the generational challenges. I mean, we've got probably 4 generations in the workforce today. We've got the traditionalists, which are those people who were born between 1925 and 1945. We have the baby boomers, and you've been hearing a lot about baby boomers today, who were born between 46 and 64. Then we have Gen X, which some of you may fall in, who were born in 1965 to 1980. And then we have the millennials, who were born between 1981 and 2002. So you will see we have 4 different generations in the workforce. And the baby boomers right now are the largest group in the workforce. And again, I think we have mentioned earlier, or someone has brought up the fact that baby boomers, are kind of clogging the workforce because they're not retiring as early as many people had thought they would because of the economic downturn in society. And hopefully with, we're hearing thoughts that the economic recession is lifting, that we're back on the road to recovery, and maybe we will see in 2011 more baby boomers finally stepping into retirement and making more jobs available to other folks. The other challenge you have with our changing demographics is that you have educational challenges. Today, jobs require 60% of jobs today require a college education. Now, years and years ago, they said, if you want to be successful, you have to graduate from high school, because, back in the in the olden days, high school education was thought all it needed to take, but now they're saying 60% of jobs today need a college education. And to even take that one step further, 20 years ago they said a bachelor's degree would help out in the job market, and now today they're saying it takes a master's degree. So depending on what kind of field you want to enter, education's important, age is important, experience is important, because as we all well know that there are hundreds of applicants sometimes for just a handful of jobs. So you have to think about how the workforce has changed, is changing, and what it takes to kind of get ahead in today's workforce, in today's societies. We also know that employers are looking to diversify their workforces, and I put this in the PowerPoint for Chapter 2. Diversity deals with a lot of things other than just gender, ethnicity, or age. And why is it important? Because it can lead to more creative alternatives and higher quality ideas. And we just get differing viewpoints from people who are from different cultures, different ages, different educational background. So employers who respect diversity and their employees are better able to use their talent, and it helps us to understand community and the marketplace, and it brings about quality team solving, because I think if you just have a homogeneous group of the same age, same educational experience, same backgrounds, I don't think you get a lot of differing viewpoints, a lot of different ideas, and I think that's what employers are looking more to diversify their workforce. The thing about Chapter 3 is it's a kind of a historical perspective. It discusses the development of civil service systems in the United States, and this is a lot of the courses deals around public service, human resource management. So there are a few things different than you're going to see in the private sector. But two key points that I want you to especially take away from this chapter are the Pendleton Act of 1883 and the Civil Service Reform Act of 1978. The Pendleton Act, of course, wanted to get rid of the spoils system, which employees were granted favor based on political patronage. And the Civil Service Reform Act was a reorganization trying to solve some problems of the old Civil Service Commission. So it created several new offices and systems to address these issues. So I want you just to kind of, there's a lot of historical data in Chapter 3, but primarily, if you can take away, the Pendleton Act is certainly a key point in that chapter. So make sure you understand the Pendleton Act and what all it did, how it came about, and go through the Civil Service Reform Act and what changes it brought about. I mean, you're looking at some other things dealing with public administration, scientific management, and those types of things, but try to focus primarily on the Pendleton Act and the Civil Service Reform Act. These are all the comments I have for week 2. Again, questions, concerns, please don't hesitate to call me, email me, stop by my office and chat. I'll be glad to talk with you. I haven't had a chance, since it's still early, your discussion assignments aren't due until Sunday evening, so I noticed some of you have posted, so that's good. But please stay on top of things as the assignments come up. I'll try to make announcements as well as doing these videos. So again, hope you are gaining some knowledge about human resource management and about history and background, and I'm hoping this information will be beneficial to you. Thanks, and that's all for this week. See you in week 3.